annual inflation rate stands at 2.97%. This is according to the Niue Price Consumer Index report quarter ending March 2019. It states inflation quarterly is at negative 1.00%. According to the report, the largest positive contribution on consumer price index was soft drinks at 0.25%. The largest negative contribution on consumer price index was transport at negative 1.80%. Consumer Price Index, or CPI, measures changes in the prices of goods and services that households consume. Such changes affect the real purchasing power of consumers' income and their welfare. As the prices of different goods and services does not all change at the same rate, a price index can only reflect their average movements. The Treasury Department confirms they are currently working on the draft budget document for the financial year 2019-2020. According to the Acting Financial Secretary, Doreen Siatanga, the government departments have all submitted their budget estimates. The task of sifting through those estimates will take 2 to 3 weeks with the Treasury Department before submission of the first draft to Cabinet. Upon Cabinet's approval of the draft estimates, it will be presented to the Fono Ekepule as the Annual Appropriations Bill 2019-2020. She says they hope this will take place in a month or two. The current financial year ends on the 30th of June. Recruitment for more school teachers will soon begin. Public Service Commission has confirmed this is due to sudden resignation due to illness and other teachers deciding not to renew their contracts over the last few weeks, adding the schools will be soon looking to recruit more teachers. Meanwhile, employees for the crash are in the process of being finalized. And the Public Service Commission is finalizing the appointment of key senior posts. This is particularly with the posts of the Director of Health and the Director of Taonga Niue. Applications for the Director of Health are being screened. The Commission hopes for an appointment before the end of the month. Interviews for the position of the Director of Taonga Niue will be held in the coming week, and the Commission is hoping for the appointment by the end of the month. Meanwhile, capacity training in the public service, several public servants will be sent to New Zealand for attachment with government ministries before the end of the financial year. This includes staff from the Justice and Treasury Department. The duration of trainings are expected for 2 to 4 weeks. The first stage of the Shark Research, Catch and Release Tagging program ended last week. The team, comprising experts from the University of Hawaii, Australian Institute of Marine Science, Oceans 5 and National Geographic, Alan Friedlander, Jess Cramp and Dr. Michelle Hutel, were worried at first, noting the few numbers of fish and sharks, but they managed to tag in total 15 tunas and 8 sharks. The second week proved more fruitful with 5 tags deployed in one day. The team also encountered and tagged 2 additional shark species in the second week. Total species now 4 being the silver tip, grey reef shark, silky and oceanic white tip. Jess Cramp from Oceans 5 and Nat Geo revealed she was ecstatic, noting some of the tagged shark species are travelers and being migratory. She looked forward to gauging their travel patterns and use of ocean space, especially here in Niue waters. The team confirms they are returning to continue shark research with NOW and the Ministry of Natural Resources in the coming months, and in particular towards the end of the year, noting the low numbers of both fish and sharks during this first research period. The team also attached recording devices to FADs to determine the numbers and presence of sharks in those areas. They also plan to host another public forum with local fishermen to reveal results in response to the concerns raised at a similar public forum held last year, where fishermen raised concerns about sharks taking their catch and damaging their fishing gear in the process. The University of the South Pacific will be commencing their Masters in Business Administration and postgraduate diploma courses over the next 2 weeks, with the lecturers set to arrive in the country this Friday. USP Niue Campus Director Sione Lolesio says while 29 have enrolled in the MBA course, the prerequisite test will determine how many will be enlisted. The advanced advertising of the courses have generated great interest than expected, which is brilliant, says Lolesio, who has influenced a lot of the changes to enhance greater attendance by the locals. Meanwhile, a large number of students enrolled are from the public service. The annual gala in the Mala looked to be a great success over the weekend, with plenty of food entering the Vaipouli bush gardens at John and Doris Ranfurly's property en route to the village of Liku. The gala commenced at 11 a.m. finishing at 2 p.m. And that's your BCN News for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.